London, and for you to be a lecturer in the UK, you've got to be good. You've got to know your craft. You've got to know your art very well. So, I hope we are on YouTube already. Are we on YouTube already? Yeah. So we're here on Facebook, but we need to be on YouTube. Okay. All right. Here we are. Okay. So Jane Munsaka, Aisha is here, Yejide is here, Fonsani, Samuel Peters, Etienne, yep, Theodore Otto, Richfield, Babatunde is here, Innocent, Adejumo, Caroline, Pearl Adu. Welcome everybody. Please go tag your friends and go invite and share the message. I want to introduce to you Dr. John Adjei. Is it Adjei?
Adjei, yeah.
Adjei, yeah.
Just a quick one. Not a doctor yet.
Not a doctor yet. Wow. But your mind is like the mind of a doctor already.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. John Adjei is a lecturer. What university do you lecture in London?
Newcastle University, London campus.
Wow. Newcastle University, London campus.
It's a Russell's group, a top.
What do you call it?
In the UK, we are probably called a Russell's group, top universities, about 24, 25 of them. Newcastle is one of them.
Wow. So only 24 types of universities like that?
Yeah, are in that Russell's group.
Now, how good could you be? How good should you be to be an African man coming from Ghana, studied in the UK, but you are already a brilliant man from Ghana? Tell me your story. Because how good should you be before the UK English people will allow you, not even being a doctor yet, but to begin to lecture in the UK university, and it's in one of the top 20 universities, one of the first 24 universities in the UK, and for you to be able to lecture there, how good should you be? Is that coming from Africa? Is that possible for any African? Because people are also watching you from Africa as well. So is that a possibility, or is just a one in a lifetime chance?
Yeah. I finished at top university in Ghana. It's called the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. I read economics, and when I finished, I was among the top 3. So I was trained in the university as a teaching assistant. That's how I fell in love with teaching.
You are one of the top 3?
That's right, yes.
In the whole university?
That's right. Yes.
No, that is high. That is not a joke.
Yes, and then I came to the UK to pursue my master's. So
after you finished, you were retained by the university in Ghana.
That's right.
You mean after your master's?
Yeah. No. In Ghana, because the government finances us, we don't pay the full university fee. So once you finish, you have to do some sort of national service. So you get posted into various departments in different areas where you are needed. And for me, the university deemed it fit to retain me as a teaching assistant.
Because in Nigeria, for example, people also do government service, but they don't normally retain them in the universities. You have to be very good, extra good, before you are retained in the university.
Same in Ghana.
Same in Ghana?
Yes.
Okay. So
it's based on merit.
It's based on merit.
That's right, yeah.
How long were you teaching? How long were you lecturing in Ghana before you got the opportunity to go to the UK?
I did it for only 1 year. Instead, I came to the UK to do my master's.
How did that happen? Tell us the story. How did you get that opportunity to come to the UK?
I had scholarships to go to other areas, but I wanted to come to Europe. and UK was what was on my heart. So I was sponsored by my parents to do my master's in the UK. So, and now, if I go ahead of you, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Yes. I'm teaching with Newcastle University, but I'm teaching on their pathway programs.
Okay.
Yeah, it is sort of preparatory courses really for international students who have finished universities in their country, but they want to do masters over here.
I see.
So we get them ready to start their masters.
So are you doing that while you are still doing your own masters, or you already finished your masters?
I'm doing this full time. I finished my masters a long time ago, 2001, 2002, 2003.
Oh!
Yeah. I've been in the UK for quite a while since then, yes.
So you've been lecturing in the UK for like over 10 years ago?
Over 7 years.
Over 7 years.
I was working as an accountant. So, and I had to stop at some point because it wasn't where my heart was.
Okay.
So I switched to teaching, and ever since 2010, I've been in higher education in the UK. So
are you full-time? Are you into full-time lecture teaching?
I am, yes. And I was voted the best teacher of the year last year in my category.
But you didn't write that in your note to me. You are
if you go to the book description,
yes,
not the book description, the author description, I've stated that.
Oh, yes. Wow.
Yes. If you go to Amazon. Yes.
Thank you for mentioning that. Thank you so much for mentioning that.
Yes, all right.
So, you were voted the best teacher, the best lecturer in that university.
That's right. In my category, pathway teachers. That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is what I understand. This is what I understand. I don't understand why you should leave Africans, because I have a lot of people that I know in the UK who also finished their masters and finished their first degree masters. Some of them finished their PhD, and they are working as guards, night guards.
Yeah, very common over here.
So you know about what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
And everyone is complaining. They say we cannot get a job by our profession, they say. They say you cannot use your degree to get a job. You've got to struggle. You've got to get this kind of job, just struggle. But you are an African man, and you are able to get a job. Does that mean that you did so well in your masters, or what is it that encouraged them to employ you to be a teacher in that university?
It's a combination of a multiplicity of factors.
Okay.
One, I will say I never gave up. I was turned down by about over 200 applications.
Ooh.
But I never gave up until, because I realized there was someone out there looking for my skills. And eventually it happened.
Not 20 applications.
Yeah, over 200 applications.
You are like Thomas Edison. 200.
Yeah.
No.
So I perfectly understand why people give up and complain. So
because I think I will tell you the truth. Most people just give up.
Yeah.
Most people just give up. After they have tried maybe 2, 3, 4 times. They just give up. Yeah.
That's what it is.
But you didn't give up.
Yeah.
So what about? Did you feel any form of? So it means you are not feeling any form of inferiority complex.
No, not at all.
You didn't see yourself worse than them.
No. That thought will come, but I have to fight it. And I've learned to reprogram myself, particularly having come into contact with you.
Yeah, but I know, I'm a pastor. I've been able to do something similar like yours. But I know a lot of pastors in the UK that will tell me that it's not possible to build a white church in the UK. They will tell me that it's not possible for white British people to come. But I think you are in the same, I don't know if you are in the same, no, I think you are not in the same HMT. There is another disciple of mine, Magnus. He was at the HMT before you. And he also received that inspiration. He came here to get that grace, and he got it, and he went back to UK. 2 years later, his church is just like my church here, 99% white British people. Because he believed it. But most people in the UK who are pastors, they just give up. They don't even try. Because they say white people will not, British people will never listen to them.
Yeah. And you are right in your book. It is the picture you have in your head. That's where you manifest. So if you see it as impossible, it is going to be self-fulfilling.
Now, we are going to be talking today about this book, which is, this book here, Raising the Next Generation of Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. You can become an inventor, innovator, and a co-creator with God. Why is it that it is this book you picked? But this is a very, I'm the one who wrote it, and I tell you that it is one of the least read books, but they don't know, what people don't know is that this book here is the greatest secret in this world is in this book. The greatest secret in this world is in this book. But people are running away from it. And you know what they tell me? They tell me, oh, I don't want to be Bill Gates. I don't want to be Steve Jobs. I just want to be myself. But they don't know that what I'm talking about here is the secret. It is the principle. So why is it, what attracted you to this book? And what will you say about this particular book?
It resonated, with me. And I think I've gone through some of your materials. And out of all of them, in fact, everything that comes from you, DSA, is a diamond. It's a top notch. It's a first class. But if I am to rank them, put them on a scale, I think this book will be number one. Why? The reason why.
Thank you for saying that.
Absolutely. Number one. It will be number one. And I've got a number of reasons why I'm saying this. Number one, it will not make me mistake activity for productivity. Most of us are very busy, our phones on the internet, going up and down, chasing vanity, and have nothing to show for it. Busy for almost nothing. So this book will actually help you to see life in a different perspective, and then you can be productive. Also, it assures you that you have got creativity inside of you, inherent. So I see myself as a repository of creativity, creative ideas, because I've got the nature of God inside of me. And it also assures every person who reads that you've got the instruments of conversion. In fact, the most important word you highlighted in the book is conversion. Conversion. That's transforming ideas into products, goods and services that can benefit people. Transferring things from the invisible to the visible. Transferring and translating ideas, impressions, feelings into something that people can actually benefit from. And that is actually what creativity is. Turning what is in your head into something that is valuable. That's what the likes of Bill Gates and the Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, and then Young, and all of those great achievers have done. It is the principle, the timeless principle of conversion, which is behind all inventions, as you highlighted. So to me, this book is certainly going to be number one. It also helps me to see opportunities in problems. I now see problems as opportunities to be converted. And I think that's what informed me to write my book. It was a very painful experience in my parenting journey. And having read this book, in solitude, I was asking questions. How can I convert this? And it has led me to be a solution and to bring light into that sphere, families. And now, if I go to heaven, even if it's going to help one child, my job would have been accomplished. So thank you so much, DSA. Thank you. This book is wonderful. And also as a Christian, it made many scriptures come alive. For example, in Ephesians chapter 1, verse 3, where he says, God has blessed us with all spiritual blessings in heavenly places. It made me understand that I'm already blessed. I don't have to be chasing for any blessings or favor or anointing. I am blessed. However, the blessing in heavenly places, it is not in a form that can be perceived by the five senses. It is in the form of ideas, inspiration, energy, and you perfectly highlighted those things in this book and how to convert them. So this book, it makes you also see the value of invisible things. And it doesn't leave readers in limbo. It doesn't leave them hanging. It gives them the tools of conversion. Number one, time. The Creator is so smart, so fair to all of us. Everybody has got equal amount. There is total egalitarianism. Everybody has got 24 hours, whether you are rich, poor, female, young, old. And that is a treasure that everyone can convert. Everyone can convert time into something tangible. So this book, I can talk about it all day. It is amazing. It's actually got me, off to a flying start to be a solution in a certain sphere. And I think in the sphere of the family, every child that is going to be born in this world, if their parents get hold of my book, light will be in that family if there is darkness. And I acknowledge you for being the first to show us the way. This book, everyone should go and get it. Because if you get it, I can promise you it will inspire you to act. And if you act, your life can be predictable.
Now, I have another one of my sisters here with me. Mayowa is sitting down. But she has never heard the statement you made.
Right.
Because she has had similar statements many times. And many people say, my best book is this one. Pastor Sonny BS's best book is that one. She also herself, she has her own best book.
Everything you write, everything you write is a top class.
Yes,
your book on money won't make you rich. Many people will say the same thing.
Yes.
Church-shaped, many people will say the same thing. You are high.
Yes.
Insulted by ungodly.
Yes.
What a myth, that book.
Yes.
All of them. All of them. You come from, above, as you put in the book. And it's above all. Yeah.
But she never heard anybody mention this book.
Right.
And I know the reason why people have not mentioned this book. People are afraid. I don't know why people are afraid of comparing themselves to the great, to the very great. They think I am nobody now. I just want to be somebody. But to go to the level of Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg, and it's too high for them. So they don't even want to read the book. I said, people are not reading this one. They're reading other books, but not this one.
Yeah. You're right. I know the reason why.
Tell us.
You need a developed mind.
Yes.
You said that. You need a developed mind to be able to convert. And it takes work. convert into a developed mind, the undeveloped mind into a developed mind. And most people may shy away from that responsibility. And I think that it might be the reason why.
But for you to say it is the best of my books, even though you've read other books, for you to say this is the best, that's why my wife just say, what? So what, there must be a reason. I'm sure you've not just read this book. I'm sure you've read some other books apart from some other authors as well. So how does this book rate regarding other books that you've read and things like that? Why do you say it's the best book that out of my books?
I've read The Success Principles by Jack Canfield.
Okay.
And I thought that was the book. But when I read your book, and if I compare to that, with all due respect, I think there is a spirit behind, the way you write. And you back all of them by examples, real life examples. And there is no way anyone will read your book and will not be so inspired and so stirred up to want to be an answer to a sphere or a problem in this world. That you won't find in many, many books out there. So it distinguishes you. That's the distinguishing factor about your style of writing. Okay. And I'm not sure whether it's because of your deep, intimate relationship with the divine. So it comes from somewhere very high, very deep, and is able to really, really get people to act. And that's what is most important. If you read a book and it doesn't inspire you enough to get up, to take action, then it's almost, it's less relevant. But your books, particularly this one, I was so stirred up, so inspired. And now, I know I can convert, regardless of what the circumstances are. I can turn it into something that will benefit humanity. And I think everybody needs this book. Everybody needs this book, particularly Christians, because that understanding that the spiritual experiences, the prayer, the worship, the goosebumps, and the inspiration you get from praise and worship, they are all irrelevant on earth if you are unable to convert them into something that will benefit people out there. The world is tired of words. They want fruits, they want results. And that's what inspired me so much to put something and give to the world. This is what Christians can do.
So you want to tell me that after you finish reading the book, you are inspired to release a product?
Yeah. I started in September, writing in September.
And you already did?
And by December I had finished. And I had to get in touch with the likes of Nkuru. Nkuru has been very, 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 very helpful. You know the Nkuru?
Yes.
Nkuru,
yes.
Yeah, so
you started in September.
Yeah, September. Yeah.
And by
it took me 3 months. By December it was done.
The book was ready. Do you have a picture of the book with you there, of your book?
Only the e-book is available.
Yes. So let me see if I can show.
Yeah.
If I can show it here.
Yeah. The print one is going to be available very soon. We are working on the formatting and things like that. So.
But is it on Amazon?
It is. The new book is on Amazon. And I've given you the due acknowledgement. I give the links to the relevant messages you've given to the world as well.
Yeah, but you explain to me, why is it that out of so many ideas you could have converted, why is it that this particular product, this particular book is the one you gave birth to, after finishing reading my book on invention, on conversion. So why this topic? This is a very rare topic, unusual topic. Yeah. Can you explain that to us?
It is, and I understand why you are curious about that. It was out of pain, out of desperation. I was about giving up. The police, the social services were called on me, and I was at the verge of losing my children. They were going to be taken away from me. And so I went through, a very extremely painful experience. And it left me almost depressed, almost incapacitated, at the verge of giving up. And that I couldn't see anything ahead of me as such. And therefore, the thought that came was the inspiration I got from your book. Conversion. Can I convert this painful experience into a product, into something that can benefit other people so that they don't ever have to go through the pain that I've gone through? And also the key lessons I learned from it. I don't want to go ahead and give all of that. I want people to go and find it out.
But I would like you to tell us, what would this book do to people? Parenting your best. What will it do to every family that will get a hold of that book?
It will help them to raise their children to become their best. So I share my experience, and then I give the lessons I learned from the experience, and I give step by step, a systematic guidance, and I've got activity sheets that will help parents to actually know their children, love them, parent from a place of unconditional love, help their children to discover themselves, to discover their purpose, and to help them to fulfill. So it has got a number of strategies, about 7 strategies, as to how to get cooperation from your children, how to understand your children, how to get the best from your children. And I think from what those who have read have said about the book, I think every parent needs it.
You need to get in touch with Vanessa. Do you know Vanessa? You don't know Vanessa? She's on the platform here. She's, I think it's Vanessa Mensah, right? Vanessa is, she is a Ghanaian,
right,
but she's living in Newcastle, or I think in Liverpool. She's living in Liverpool. She was just awarded. She just got a national award from the Queen.
Right.
This month. Last 2 weeks.
Wow.
And because of the UK now is looking for solution,
right,
for African children. They said the greatest crisis the UK government is having right now is with the African children of African immigrants in the UK.
Yes.
So she is a professional. She's working as a psychologist, children's psychologist, and she's coming up with ideas on how to resolve the problem, and she's helping the UK government to deal with the African particular children and the African particular situation. So she needs a book like this.
Absolutely.
Yes. So
this is incredibly useful.
I don't know if she's watching now, but she needs this book, and she needs to get in touch with you. She needs to recommend this book to every school and to the social services in the UK.
That was exactly one of the comments by someone who reviewed the book before it was published, that it needs to be in the corridors of power. Every school, every home should get this book.
So, but that's a good thing, because what you have just done right now is that you didn't just read this book, because this book is talking about converting every situation, every problem, even if it's crisis you have, or every good or bad thing, convert into a tangible product. And you just did that. You are going through crisis, and crisis is the most difficult thing to convert, But you were able to convert the most painful experience to a tangible product that will bring deliverance to thousands of people. So is that a possibility for anybody that reads this book?
Yeah, I think everyone, one way or the other, have got something they don't want others to know. They don't want to talk about. They don't want to bring it into the open. But what this book will do is it will let you know that might be your platform if you are able to convert, and it gives you, what to do to actually position yourself to get yourself ready to convert it. So this book is number one, is a must read for everyone.
What is you are telling them it is a must read for everyone. What is the one single most important lesson everybody who will be ordering the book right now on Amazon or dssbooks.com at gmail.com, if anybody will be buying the book right now, what is the one lesson or one change, or maybe not one, maybe two, maybe three, what are the key lessons you think the person should look forward to, or what are the changes that the person should look up to? What is it that he's going to buy it now, so what should they look forward to from this book?
I think we can look at the chapters in this book one by one.
Okay.
I don't know if you have got time for it.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I want you to do that.
Chapter 1. The title of chapter. In fact, the book is made up of 8 chapters, so it is not too long. You can, read it within a reasonable amount of time. So chapter 1 is
you have about 1 hour to be able to do all the reviews, so you have good time.
Excellent. So chapter 1 is how to convert invisible energy to tangible products. And in chapter 1 it gives the process.
No. Before you continue, that statement alone, for a lot of people who are hearing you, it doesn't make any sense. Because remember, this is a very intellectual book.
Yeah, it is.
So you repeat that phrase and explain it before you continue.
Okay. How to convert invisible energy to tangible product.
People don't hear that in the church.
Absolutely. Far-fetched.
So they are not used to that terminology. So you've got to explain everything to us in that particular phrase.
Yeah. In fact, everything you see out there, the cars, the clothes, the machines, the computers, they all came from the invisible. Ideas, thoughts, impressions. So right from chapter 1, this book sets us up the processes to convert inspirations and the thoughts and the ideas that flash through our minds, and to come up with a plan to convert them. So at the heart of chapter 1 is that notions that we can convert from the invisible to become tangible, something in our hands.
Can you look this way? No, not that way. The opposite.
This way.
Towards your computer. Yes.
Yeah.
No, this way. No, the other side. Yeah.
This.
Yes.
Okay.
That's better.
Excellent.
That's how you look to us.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Excellent. So, first, and it mentions picture. Maybe still on chapter 1.
Still on chapter 1. Yes. Still on chapter 1.
Still on chapter 1. Maybe the inability to convert is explained by lack of knowledge, or our unwillingness to pay the price to convert, because everybody has ideas coming through their minds. So we are unable to convert if we are not willing to pay the price. So chapter 1 gives us the process of conversion. And then chapter 2, the title of chapter 2 is Wisdom on Converting Invisible Energy to Tangible Products. And the key word there is picture. You cannot convert anything that you cannot see first in your mind. It's impossible. And it defines wisdom as the ability to create a picture, a mental picture, create it first in your imagination before you can see the manifestation. Okay. But the problem is it takes a developed mind. Just as I've said, everybody has ideas. But it takes only those who have sat down to develop their minds, their mental faculties, to be able to convert. That's what we see around the likes of Steve Jobs and Bill Gates and those people. Highly developed mind. As a result, when the ideas flash through their minds, as it occurs to all of us, they are able to channel it and to transform it into pictures first, and then to go ahead to plan and to follow up and to eventually turn it into products and services that benefit people. So picture, ability to see in your mind, wisdom, that's what it's about. That is chapter 2. So again, here, I think you quoted Proverbs chapter 24 over there. Okay? By wisdom a house is built. Wisdom builds. But for wisdom to build, it has, first of all, a picture will have to be created. And from that picture, then the transformation into a different form can be possible. So wisdom and then picture, those two words are at the heart of chapter 2.
Okay.
Chapter 3. You can become an inventor, innovator, and a creator with God. This, it doesn't even occur to the average person. Do you mean I can also become like that? It doesn't occur to the average person. And that's why they are not picking this book up. But you make it categorically clear to all of us that it is possible. In fact, that we are all creating, we are all inventing when we dress up, when we put colors together, when we do makeups. We are already inventing, but we can take it to a higher degree, a higher level. That it will not be only for the self, but it will be for the benefit of others, for humanity. So again, the inspiration is right there. We can become. And of course, we also said everyone has got inherent in them the nature of God inside of every person. And that is what makes us able to do science as a human race. So creativity is in everyone. Everyone can create. Everyone can be creative. And everyone can add to the beauty of creation. That's what God expects of everyone. That is, and the hindrance, maybe before the hindrance, you also made mention of how, the seeds and the ideas of innovation and inventions are staring at us in nature. They are all out there. Okay, for example, horsepower inspired the creation, the conversion into automobiles, cars. By just observing nature, horses. Again, birds flying in the air, it inspired the airplane. The way the mind works inspired, development of softwares and operating systems. Man, robots. So around us, is a lot of creativity going around. And if you observe, if we pause, if we pay attention, we will be able to create. We will be able to learn the secrets and create. Life is predictable. We just have to look at the patterns, learn the laws behind, the secrets behind all of those things in nature and what others have already done like you. And then just follow the steps. If you follow the recipe, we get the same dish. We get to the same destination. Chapter 3. You can become an inventor, innovator, and co-creator with God. I think everybody can believe this. If you don't believe it, please go and get the book. You will believe it. And once you believe, you will be able to turn it manifested in your life. Chapter 4, how to become relevant on earth. And that's where, you hit it so hard, okay, particularly to Christians, that all the spiritual experiences, the prayer, meditation, without conversion, remains irrelevant on earth. It won't benefit anyone. It won't influence in any sphere on this planet. And therefore, the Bible should be seen as a book of conversion. When you read the Bible, you should take the stories and the ideas and the principles and start working on them to convert into their corresponding goods and services, final outcome. And again, you mentioned that it will need a developed mind to make this possible.
People are asking, what book are we talking about?
It is this groundbreaking, revolutionary book called Raising the Next Generation of Steve Jobs and Bill Gates. It is a revolutionary book, groundbreaking. Please go and get it.
And you are saying it's one of the best books you've ever read?
It is. It is. It is. It is. It will get you to act. Power will release in you. You will be so stirred up to want to be an achiever, to want to give up your best.
So
legacy.
So people like Steve Jobs and Bill Gates are not superhuman, not just that God created them special, extraordinary. We too could become great.
Absolutely. There is creativity in everyone because we've all got the same Spirit of God inside of us, the same nature of God inside of us. It takes the instruments of conversion. Time. What do you do with your time? And it takes hard work. And I think these ones are spelled out in other chapters, so I don't want to go ahead of myself.
All right, chapter 4 now.
Yeah, we are in chapter 4. So let's move on quickly to chapter 5.
No, chapter 4.
Chapter 4. Oh, I think we are done.
Okay.
We become relevant on chapter 4. The title is How to Become Relevant on Earth.
No, we've not done that. You've only done verse chapter 3.
Okay.
Maybe you have done it, but can you repeat it?
Okay. We become relevant on earth if you are able to convert our experiences, the meditation, and the inspiration we get into tangible products and services that can benefit people. And therefore, your advice to all Christians is we should see the Bible not as a religious book, but as a book of conversion, a book full of conversion ideas. Ideas to convert. The zeal, the passion, should be converted into plans to actually lead to final products and services that can benefit people. Okay. But again, you highlighted the point that it takes a developed mind to be able to make this possible. That was what is in chapter 4.
Okay.
Chapter 5. How to make tangible products on earth. And I was shocked today that how Christians have relegated, spheres to the world. You said that 600 to 700 years ago, Christians were ruling the world in all spheres. Inventions in all spheres, in technology, in industry, in education, in sports, in media, in economics, in business. Today, you mentioned that Christians are the least of all groups in contributing to the technological fields. And it was shocking to me. things like, we've let the mandate to occupy. Jesus said to us, occupy till I come. Luke chapter 19 verse 13b, occupy till I come. We've left all these fears unoccupied for the devil. So chapter 5 was also inspiring us to produce goods and services that will benefit humanity. Chapter 6, how to live the best life. Chapter 6, how to live the best life, the superimposing life. And here is where you spelled out the importance of purpose. That to live the best life, it must start with discovery of your purpose. What you were sent here to do. Everyone was sent here from the spirit realm to accomplish an assignment. And a purpose, an assignment that will give benefit to other people. Once you discover that, and you do your best, you can expect to live the best life. And Jesus showed us again, and you quoted John 5:19-20, John 6:38. I'm come not to do my own will, but the one who sent me. So everyone having read this book can now start from a position where they will be asking, God, why did you send me here to do? And the discovery is what is going to lead them to be effective in their conversion, in their processes of conversion. And if they do that, they will leave a legacy here on earth. In fact, if everyone is so purposeful like that, okay, we will see a reflection of heaven's reality on earth. We will see no diseases, no pain. You will be so soaked up in research to alleviate pain, to alleviate economic problems, injustice, suffering. So chapter 6 is also one of the most crucial chapters in the book. Purpose focus, purpose driven. And you said that it takes a close relationship with God, personal relationship with God, to make that happen. Chapter 7. That was what would get people maybe asking questions. The birth of religion. Okay. And if I am to give the quote by Woody Allen,
yes,
right at the very start, if Jesus came and saw what was being done in his name, he would never stop throwing up. If Jesus came and saw what was being done in his name, he would never stop throwing up. He said religion is becoming the bane of conversion. It is stifling, hindering people from converting. See, religion is Christianity when it stops conversion and instead focus on own needs. When we do that, we tend to be using God as a means to fulfill our personal needs and not seeking a personal relationship with Him. And you ask a number of questions that Christians should ask themselves. If you've been a Christian for a number of years, ask your question, what is the result to show for it? What are the fruits?
Please repeat some of those questions that were asked in the book, please.
So, what is the fruit from your relationship with God? There is no way you will be with God and not have a burden to be salt and light and bring solutions to dark places. So, one of the ways to know that you are not being just religious is your ability to convert your relationship with God into something that benefits human beings.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And I think most Christians will fall short on that measure. What have you got to show for your years, donkey years, as a Christian. If there is nothing to show for it, you might be doing just religion. What counts is relationship with God, your ability to hear from Him, and to go and work and transfer it into something, convert it into something that benefits people. The last chapter, how to fulfill God's mandate on your life. This is where you talked about the importance of hard work. And hard work, it doesn't mean, job or chasing, salary, chasing money. It is hard work in your calling. Without work, conversion is, dead. Conversion is not possible. And the three forms of work or areas you have to work on, the spiritual, the physical, and the mental, particularly our ability to develop our mind. And I was looking at the definition or something I can use to explain hard work. And I think you gave something there that each person should aim at working 14 to 16 hours in a day. Starting a little earlier, working a little harder, and staying a little longer. And when I read that, that's when I started off writing the book. When I come from work, my 9 to 5, the work actually starts when I get home. A minimum of 3 hours, converting the time into something tangible. And you also mentioned the rule of 10,000 hours. That anything you spend 10,000 hours practicing, you become the best in that. It is a rule that works for everyone, whether you are a believer or not. And that's what paying the price is. That is Paul's secret, Apostle Paul. He did more than all the apostles. And he said, I labor, I work harder than any of the apostles. It's right there. Work. Hard work. He said hard work activates grace. What do you need grace for if you are not going to go beyond yourself? Grace is only activated when you go beyond yourself. Okay. And finally, we spoke about actors versus spectators. That in the world today, we have seen a number of people just acting. Not a number of the opposite. A few people acting, and 90% of more just observing, spectators. And it takes actors to convert. So my concluding remark about these wonderful 8 chapters, I would say nothing works without work. And if you do work hard, if you read this book, Raising the Next Generation of Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, you'll be inspired to work hard. And if you work hard, you can grow. And with growth, you can expect to be your best. And in your best, you will be happy, you will be fulfilled to have worked hard in your calling, in your passion, in your purpose. And if you do, this world will reward you handsomely here on earth, and more importantly, you have rewards in eternity. This is what this book can inspire and give you the tools to become. I invite you to get one. Thank you, DSA.
Beautiful. I will have some other questions to you.
Right.
What do you think the future of Africa is if we could get this book into every school, into every college, into every tertiary institute? If you could get Africans to read this book.
Tremendous change. First, there will be more conversion focused. They will be results, goal-oriented. they will not just be doing activities for activity's sake, but they will have a way of measuring progress, outcome of conversion. Second, it will make people now value time as the greatest source of wealth that can be converted into any product or any service. And I think it will also help us to see the word conversion. Another thing that I was thinking about is it has got another sense. And for most Africans, particularly the, if I may use this word, religious ones, when you hear of the word conversion, most of them, including pastors, what will come first into their mind is conversion of unbelievers to believers. With so many. That's what comes into their mind. For most of them, it will never occur to them the other way that this book has approached the concept of conversion. As important as so many, as important as that way of seeing conversion is, it is just the means to the main goal of salvation. The main goal is to influence the earth with heaven's culture, God's kingdom's culture. So that is a parochial view of, if I may say, Matthew 28:19, where it says, "Go to all nations, teach and baptize them." Okay. Most Africans, including me, as I used to be, okay, I would see this as, people in water baptizing them, but it is, immersing them into kingdom's culture, kingdom's way of seeing things, kingdom's way of influencing the earth, spheres, nations. And the goal is to go and teach. So every approach should be systematic, as you have done in your book. So your book will help people to see conversion from the way you have approached it.
Do you think that Africa stands a chance of raising up their own Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg's, Elon Musk and other people like that, the African version of these people?
Absolutely. The reason why we are not seeing that is lack of knowledge. But with this book and with the way that you are sacrificing yourself to bring light to the Africans, if you like, it's just a matter of time. You will see the lives of those people you have mentioned emerge very, very, very soon. I used to be one of them, if you like. I thought, not me, creator with God, inventing, innovating, but now I see myself as capable of that. So Jesus is just a matter of time. You are doing exceptionally well, and it's just a matter of time you begin to see the fruits and the results. Just a matter of time.
So this book will wake the mind of people up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
What do you think about the Christians? Because do you think this book could help set people free from religion and make them to be productive?
Only if they will read it. And just as you said, the title, we don't need them connect, but if they are able to read this book, I am 100% sure it will bring a transformation to anyone who reads it. Okay. It is, the main reason is lack of knowledge, and the knowledge we lack in the Christendom, I would say, is we just waste our spiritual experiences. The ideas we get from prayer, the ideas we get from meditation, the ideas we get from our praise and worship, the inspiration. We should come to the awareness that all of those things are only relevant if we are able to convert them into something that will benefit people. With that consciousness, okay, Christians can expect to be at the center stage of the world. Okay?
Before you picked up this book, before you started reading it, what were your expectations? And how does that compare to after reading it? Were those expectations met? Were they surpassed? Were they, what was your expectation before and after?
Excellent question. So before, I would say I was religious. But when I finished reading it, I would say I began to seek and value personal relationship with God. Second, I saw conversion not in the parochial sense of just converting unbelievers to believers, but I began to see conversion from God's kingdom perspective, ability to influence, ability to provide solutions, ability to be salt and light. Also, in my religious mindset, and I think this is with most people, most religious people, they will not want to mingle with unbelievers. They want to stay in church and get busy with church activities, thinking that is the way to please God. But with this book, I became more of purpose-driven, doing to advance the kingdom on earth. I came with religious mindset, religion because it alienates people. But kingdom-mindedness will make us see all people as offsprings of the Most High God. It will unite humanity. It unites all of us. Kingdom mindset. And this book makes you think about the human race as God sees people, and not the parochial sense of it, that you want to stay in church and just get busy with church activities and ignore all other people outside there. So this book has got me thinking. And finally, it is now I am not need driven. First, God bless me. God give me money, favor, protection. Now I am asking God, what can I do for you? What can I do to leave a legacy in your name? To bring your values in any sphere that I've got influence in. That has made me to work so hard. That's why I got the award, Teacher of the Year. Everything I do, I'm giving of my best. And this book is a testament of the results. So again, I cannot thank you enough for writing this book. It is a exceptionally phenomenal book. And I think people will go for it. And if you do, your life, the transformation, you will be so proud of it, you did. So I will invite people to go and get the book. It is an amazing book.
So another question I would like to ask is, if you are going to talk to people, someone down there is looking and saying, okay, you tell me for yourself, talk for yourself. If you let's say you have not spoken to DSA, but you are speaking to somebody who just joined 1 minute ago, and he's saying, you tell me what has changed in your life since you have read the book. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. When I read this book, it gave me so much understanding about life. When I read this book, it got me so inspired to want to provide an answer to any problem I see. And it has led me to write a phenomenal book in the sphere of the family. and I think it's titled, Parenting Your Best, the essential guide and a practical guide to helping your children to become their best. If we can help our children to discover their purpose and become their best and influence in their spheres, this world will be a better place for everyone. And my inspiration is coming from reading this book. So if you read this book, you will be stirred up to want to do something, to want to leave a legacy, to want to help others, to want to be of use by the Almighty God. And this is what I will tell people who have just joined us. It is a book that I would say is indispensable if you want to live this life and live a better life. That you will be proud of, this world will be proud of you, this world will compensate you, and then more importantly, in eternity you have rewards.
What about people who are complaining, who think that they have problems and they have challenges in their lives? And you said they should read. They are saying, I have problems and you are telling me to read.
Every problem is a business.
Look
around. Every invention was as a result of the quest, the need to solve a problem, to alleviate some pain, to make life better for people. So if you have a problem, if you are desperate, I was in a point of desperation. That's what inspired me to write my book, from the ideas I got from reading this book that I'm reviewing. So if you've got a problem, it is a good start to get you off to a flying start in your life, to convert that experience into something that will benefit people. And with that focus, you will end up well.
You have also read some other of my books.
Yeah.
And can you name a few of the books or all the books of DSA that you have read, if you don't mind?
Yeah. I think the very first one that got me to get in touch with you with Church Shift.
Church Shift, okay.
It's a phenomenal book. Every Christian should also read that book.
Yeah, so Church Shift.
It's the book when you read it, you see, the way to do church, and also the way to be a Christian, and the way to influence.
Okay. Next book.
Kingdom Driven Life.
Kingdom Driven Life.
It's similar to this one.
Yes. It's like a continuation. It's the second part of Church.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So it is another amazing book. And if you are struggling with money, and it's not even if you are struggling with money, to be financially intelligent, which everybody needs. Otherwise, the world will tell you where you can sleep, the car you can drive, and all of those things. Money won't make you rich.
Money won't make you rich.
Money will make you rich. If you really want to get on top of your finances, you must read that book.
Money will make you rich.
Money will make you rich. Money will make you rich. Okay. Money will make you rich. It has got financial.
This one here.
That's right. Money will make you rich. Another classic book. Okay. It's better than most of the books on finances out there. Very practical.
Okay. Any other book you've read?
Who Am I? Another fantastic book. My daughter just read it, and it's changed her.
How old is she?
She's only 12, my first daughter.
And she's finished this book.
Finished it.
She's going to be a dangerous girl.
I gave her an incentive. If you read it, I will give you £10.
Wow. I think every parent should do that.
That's right.
Do that incentive.
When I did that, she used only one day to finish Money Will Make You Rich.
What? She has done that too.
She finished that, and when I give her money, she says, "Dad, I'm not going to spend it anymore." But you know what she told me when she read that? She said, Dad, this book, it is not only making claims, it has got evidence to back every claim.
Wow.
So your books are transforming. Every single book you've written, you put out there, is a diamond. No, it's a treasure. It's amazing, you know. And so parents, you know, provide incentives. That's what I teach economics. Incentivize people.
Okay. That's a good idea. I'm going to tell people to do that. I'm going to actually do that to my children also.
Yeah.
In £10, $10, if you read it.
They don't just only read. When you read, I will sit down with you 30 minutes and ask you questions.
Okay, you have to write exams.
From the book. Yes.
Okay.
You have to have written it down. And what are you going to do with them?
Beautiful.
So once you show me those, I will give you your £10.
Beautiful.
And now the younger ones have also got the ambition to also get their £10.
Wow, that is amazing. That is a great idea. Any other book you want to mention?
The other one, Nigeria.
Only God can save Nigeria.
Only God can save Nigeria.
What a myth.
What a myth. It's another good one.
Okay.
Yes.
Only God can save Nigeria. What a myth.
So far, those are the books, but I follow you on your.
But those are very powerful books you have read. What will you say about that one on the Nigerian one? Is it just for Nigeria? Because it says Nigeria. Some people might say, oh, that's about Nigeria.
No, it's everyone who has got that religious mindset and thinking it's only prayer. Okay.
Can it help Ghanaians or Ugandans, Kenyans?
Absolutely. The continent, everywhere, every nation, everyone. Okay. It gives the understanding that prayer is a means, it's not an end.
This book here?
Yes, it's the means. So you pray to get ideas, and then you have to go to work. You have to work so hard, again, to convert it, which I have to link it to our topic for today. Yes. It's another brilliant book. Another brilliant book. Excellent.
What will you tell people who say they don't like to read, or they have never read any of my books?
You are missing a lot. You are missing a lot. You have got creativity inside of you. It is in the place of solitude when you sit down and you are alone. That's when you begin to realize, the ideas you've got and what you can do with those ideas. If you don't pause and sit down, if you haven't got time to read, you are missing so much. You are missing so much. You are missing so much. Every great achiever is a reader. Every successful person is a reader. So if you want the best for your life, you have to create time to read. Even if it is just 10 minutes in a day, just start the process. And the best books to start with, DSA.
Why?
Your books, they are not just words and just ideas, but there is some spirit behind the words and the ideas that gets people to act, that empowers people to want to be what they have read. And that you don't see in many books. So I highly recommend. You
are not the only one saying this. Many people say this all the time. They say that they get some extra energy, some power upon them, some energy drives them that they just don't know what. Some of, I had a friend, Miles Monroe, and some of my people said they have read these books before, but they don't know what to do after reading the book. They get the knowledge, but they don't know how to practice it. But they said, but when you read these books, DSA's books, that you just want to do, you know exactly what to do.
Absolutely, yes. That is your distinctive factor. That's something unique about you, unique about yourself. And I think that's what, drew me to you.
Some people are asking here, I want to believe the books and other books of DSA are available on Charisma House. No, my books are not on Charisma House. Only 2 books are in Charisma House. and they will publish my church sheet book and my Money Won't Make You Rich. But all my books are on Amazon. Or they are on Amazon, and if you are on Amazon Unlimited, that is Kindle Unlimited, you could actually get them for free. But if they are too expensive for you on Amazon, you could just write to my office. Write to my office, and the way to do it is to write to DSA's Books, DSAS Books, one word, DSA's Books at gmail.com. DSA's Books at gmail.com. And then you've got to, that is my office, so they will send you a whole list. They will send you the full list of all my books, and then you'll be able to pick the ones you want. Or you could, if you are in a hurry to buy them, instead of writing to the office, you could just go to my blog right now. Some people said, oh, the books are not there. But I hope they will be there now. Just go to my blog, sundayadelajablog.com/books. sundayadelajablog.com/books. So sundayadelajablog.com/books. You could get all the books there as well. But Amazon is one. sundayadelajablog.com/books is another. Some people say not all the books are on Sunday Adelaja, but I think it will be there now, or it is there already, all the books. So, and then you could write to DSA's Books at gmail.com. DSA's Books at gmail.com. So, yeah, that's how you could get some of these books. But the book we are actually analyzing today is this one. Before we go, John, a few words to characterize this book for people who just came in. How will you describe? How will you recommend? How will you? What words will you use to qualify this book?
It's a book that will get you to act. It is a book. First, it will equip you. It will make you convinced without any reasonable doubt that you have got what it takes to convert. And it gives you the tools to convert. That the tools you need, time, you have got it. Just like any other person who has money to convert, Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, they've all got 24 hours. You've also got it. And then it takes work to work on your mind, to have a developed mind. So this book shows you, and then it, the way you can convert. So in a nutshell, I would say this book has changed my life. And I think if you read it in your own way, it will inspire you and also transform your life in a way.
How will you rate it among the books, among my books and among the books you have read?
It is number one, by far. Number one. Not to discount all the other books. All the other books are, first class. They are all exceptionally good. But personally, this was the one that resonated with me when I was in desperation. When I didn't know what to do. The ideas I got from this book inspired me to act. It inspired me to want to leave a legacy out of the desperation. And I think everyone in life has got moments of difficulties. And those moments of difficulties we've got, the stories, the experiences, are all potential platforms if you are able to convert. We may provide the platforms for what we will leave as legacy for the human race. Everybody has got an experience. It's just a question of whether you are able to convert it. And this book will get you inspired and get you to act.
John, you have done so very well. Very, very well. Thank you so much. We are coming out in the next 35 minutes. I'm going to come out live again, but you have done justice to this book, and I'm sure many people are going to be inspired to get a copy for themselves and for their children. You are doing so well, John. Keep on making God proud, and keep on bringing more products out.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You've done well.
And thank you to the team. You've been very exceptional in their communication with me.
Thank you, sir.